planning.
Honorable guest of honor, esteemed colleagues, and fellow participants. Assalamu alaikum and warm greetings from Nest. As we conclude the annual conference of the Population Association of Pakistan, I'm honored to welcome you all to this closing session. It has been a truly enriching experience to engage with experts, researchers, and policymakers on critical issues shaping Pakistan's demographic landscape. Over the past 2 days, we have explored pressing topics like fertility trends, population aging, migration patterns, and much more. These discussions underscore the urgent need for evidence-based policies to address Pakistan's population challenges. As researchers and practitioners, we must work together to translate knowledge into actions. By harnessing data, insights, and collective expertise, we can drive positive change and improve life of our population. I extend my gratitude to the Population Association of Pakistan for organizing this impactful conference. Your contributions will undoubtedly shape Pakistan's future. In the end, I must inform this august body that School of Social Sciences and Humanities, NUST, has a proud partner in organizing this conference, marking our third such collaboration with PAP. This partnership reflects our shared commitment to advancing population research and policy dialogue in Pakistan. We look forward to continuing this fruitful collaboration in the future, inshallah. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir, for very warm welcome remarks. Now I would like to invite Dr. Mehtab Kareem, who is President of Population Association of Pakistan. Sir, I am inviting you to recap the conference proceedings and recommendations. Thank you. Over to you.
I hope you're not bored with my presence here. I've been in the beginning, in the middle, moderating one of the sessions, speaking too much. So I'd like to read now. I don't want to, because when one starts speaking, especially, I often say that don't give the platform to the, give mic to the professor. Keeps on talking. So, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, distinguished guests, esteemed colleagues, development partners, scholars, friends, and particularly Dr. Naeem Zafar and Dr. Zafar Mahmood for being here. I know it always happens when the conference starts, a lot of people, and when it's ending, only those who are really keen, they stay on. So the hall is half empty, but I consider it half full or whatever, or maybe 10%. Okay. As we close our 26th annual population conference, I speak not merely as the president of the Population Association of Pakistan, but as someone who has spent a lifetime studying the very forces we have discussed here. And as I have said earlier, that it's in the twilight of my profession or my career, professional career, it's a pleasure to know that Population Association of Pakistan is kicking, is still very much alive in the 26th year. And it has to remain there for another as many years as possible. At least Dr. Farid said that 2047 we may be 500 million people, but Population Association of Pakistan should try that we are not 50%, but at least 60% of what has been projected. So let's try. Dr. Naeem Zafar has done an excellent job as a head of PBS, counted people and how many there are in 2023. There are too many, you know. And if the projections, कहते हैं कि अल्लाह हमारी दुआएं कबूल करे, अल्लाह हमारी दुआएं ना कबूल करे, we are not that many. We don't cross 350 million by 2047, which will be 100 years. So it's still very crucial that we keep on working on what we are doing. This conference has reminded us that Pakistan stands at a point. It's a demographic journey, what we call demographic transition, which has not taken place, unfortunately, as in most of the countries in Asia, all the countries in Asia, except Afghanistan and Yemen, I would say, that it's very critical that we do, okay? Because it's the rapid population growth is our greatest challenge, as I believe. You know, very interestingly, I was reading the other day that the president of Egypt was saying that Egypt is facing two major challenges: terrorism and population growth. And I think we are not we are very about in the same situation, but no national leader has said that really about population. So it's affecting many things. You know, I keep on lecturing to our students. Health of our population, particularly of our women and children. They are of poorer health, as we know. The economic trajectory, there are two economists sitting here and they know it more than I do. Our city is growing very rapidly. Our labor markets adding 3.5 million to 4 million every year. Okay. Our education system crumbling. You know, we are sitting at a very, reputable institution, but you go just about 30 miles from here and then you can see, go to any district, left or right, or north or south of Rawalpindi or Islamabad. The climate vulnerability, we all know that. I don't have to elaborate on that. And so our future is at stake. Those young people who are in their 65% of them who are under age 30, their future is at stake. We have very high unemployment rate among young people. So all this is not something which we anticipate that is going to happen in future, but it is not in the distant future, but it's happening. We are experiencing it daily. In Islamabad, in Lahore, in Faisalabad, Karachi, all the cities are crumbling with too many people migrating to the cities. Rural areas having problems of their own. Too many people too many children being born, too many young people have to leave their homes in search of employment because there's not enough opportunity for them, and to work on the lands. Families are struggling. We are fortunate sitting here that we don't know, and perhaps some of us do realize that things are not that good, but think of those people who are living under poverty somewhere, I don't know, it's perhaps about 40% or 1/3 or whatever. Even people who are 5 years earlier who are in the middle income families, they are no more. So this is all discussed here. And as Dr. Farid also mentioned, and I always say that it's no more time to talk, it's time to act. Unless until we act, we are not going to go anywhere. And we have heard some very good elaborated presentations, speeches, comments from Dr. Faisal Abbas, who did the welcome address, Dr. Louis Sharmani, the UNFPA representative, Dr. Javed Naeem, Vice Chancellor of PIDE, and Mrs. Samina Hassan, the Executive Director of NIPS, and then reflections from the participants, very active. And so the contribution of all these people reminded us that population is not a side matter, but a central force influencing every sector of our national development. I would like to acknowledge the richness of the plenary conversations led by the distinguished panelists, Dr. Sajid Amin, and Dr. Durra Nayab, Dr. G.M. Arif, Dr. Mohammad Nizamuddin, Dr. Sohail Sabder, Dr. Saima Bashir, Dr. Grace, Mr. Imran, Dr. Farid, Dr. Samin Siddiqui. Their discussions brought us back to the fundamental truth that population is not the responsibility of one organization like that, or even one ministry like Population Welfare Department or ministry which used to be, or now is Health Ministry, nor of one discipline. All of us, all social scientists, all others, people from every walk of life are responsible to do something about this growing population of the country. It is a whole of the government, intra-governmental agencies, not within or between them, whole of society, economic, and it affects not only health, but as I mentioned, the labor productivity and labor force participation, which many of us discussed that. About majority of women in Pakistan are not working or not allowed to work, or they have no opportunity to work. That's a really very major concern for most of us, because many of us consider them, or families consider them, as a machine to produce children or take care of children or take care of the household chores. They need to go out, work, and contribute in the family income, which is very important. A country like Bangladesh has proven that could be done, where per capita income could be doubled in a decade. Okay, so I don't want to keep on quoting the figures. So their dialogues strengthen the consensus that Pakistan's demographic direction must be informed by evidence and anchored in long-term national commitments rather than short-term administrative cycles. But what truly set this conference apart was not only the presence of our senior experts, but it was also the extraordinary caliber of the research presented by our young scholars. About 24 research papers were presented. I was amazed. I flattened some of them because there were two different sessions, and there's some very, very interesting findings were presented. even some of the very interesting posters which we had an opportunity to look at. And these are young people, and they are future of our profession, whether they're economists, they're public health experts, some of them are demographers in the making, they're sociologists, and they have done tremendous effort to making this conference worth it, because we, in the panel, we just discussed, but they provided evidence of what is CONF research could be done. And they are from different universities, from all over the country. And their contribution is highly appreciated. So, as president, I'm deeply proud that this platform for over a quarter of a century has served as the country's intellectual home to population research and policy dialogue. PAP has never been an organization of passive observers. We are an association of scholars, practitioners, professionals who understand that demography or population issue is not destiny. Demography is shared by the choices nations make. Our role has always been to ensure that Pakistan's choices are informed by evidence, guided by expertise, and rooted in the realities of our people. Today has strengthened my belief that Pakistan does not lack the intellectual or the capacity of connecting to navigate its demographic challenges. What we need now is alignment between the evidence generated by our university and research organizations. Particularly, I would like to name Pakistan Bureau of Statistics, which has plethora of data. We don't need to collect primary data, we can use secondary data. So many surveys, census, and whatever. We can write books after books, but the data have to be made available. Hopefully, they would be available for public use. So, then we need alignment between provincial initiatives and federal vision. Alignment between political and institutional action. Without this, even the best of research will remain underutilized, and even the best of intentions will fall to translate into outcomes. I taught a course in the US, evidence-based policy making, and Pakistan is lacking in evidence-based policy making. Those of you who work or have worked in the ministries, they know that decisions are made without evidence. Even PC1s are not made at times with evidence. So that's very much needed. The data, as I mentioned, the government's own data, I'm not talking about a private sector data, the data being generated by FBS are very crucial for the planning purposes. So I thank every one of you for being here, and particularly Dr. Neem Zafar, who is here with us on a very short notice. And it shows that his concern about the subject and about what we are discussing or what we have discussed. And I'm grateful to him for gracing the occasion. And I'm also grateful to Dr. Zafar Mahmood for taking off time and to be here to, as a matter of fact, we should welcome him. This is our territory today. But thank you very much, Doctor, and thanks a lot. I would be, it won't be fair to not to mention the efforts made by Dr. Salma Bashir for all the organizing this conference with author and Mr. Tahir. Where is he? Mr. Tahir. They have done tremendous amount of work. And finally, Dr. Faisal, who has been very, very helpful. and about the Must institution, in very an upcoming institution. I think one of the top universities in Pakistan. It's one of the few universities in Pakistan which is ranked in the world. So congratulations for that, Asad. And it's nice. All of you, thanks for being here. And I look forward to the next conference. We just discussed what we are going to talk about. Thank you very much again. Oh, and EC members.
So join, sir, we have a forward vote of thanks.
I'm a Karigi.
Thank you very much, Dr. Mehta. So now this is my honor and privilege to invite Dr. Naeem Muzaffar as our chief guest. So Dr. Naeem Muzaffar is chief statistician at Pakistan Bureau of Statistics. He has also served as a member social sector and devolution at Ministry of Planning. He has around 30 years of diverse experience using centric data modeling, official statistics, public policy, development management, economic teaching and research for policy evidence, and many more fields where he has been working and carries a lot of experience. So I would like to invite Dr. Naeem Muzaffar to give his speech and the chief guest. Thank you, sir.
Assalamu alaikum and a good evening or afternoon. First of all, thank you very much for such a generous introduction. I would have preferred to learn from august people like Dr. Zafar, Dr. Mehta. I'm just a humble learner. And it's really difficult to overemphasize the importance of this whole thinking, demography. And in this very context, the importance of family management, that's a preferred phrase the global community has constructed over last decade or so, instead of calling it planning. So while sitting and listening to the speeches of Dr. Zafar Saab and Dr. Mehta, I was just scanning the thematic areas in which our authors, students, researchers, policy professionals have contributed their ideas, their thoughts, and I was trying to put some taxonomy on that. Maybe I'm not correct, so bear with me. So I saw that there are kind of studies in which the nexus between the population management or absence of population management, lack of, was connected with the social capital, the service delivery of the instruments which are responsible for augmenting the social capital of people, human capital of people. Kind of studies which were looking into the nexus of population growth and the human and social capital of people. And these capitals are exclusive. So whatever addition or lack of addition that is added or could not have been added to individual or society is exclusive. Persons will get benefit from those accumulations. So that was one strand of the papers. Second strand of paper is what I observed. Again, it's my personal opinion. You do not have to necessarily agree with that. Is the nexus of the changes, the impact brought by climate changes, the environmental changes, and our continuous business as usual behavior towards family planning and family choices, and all nice things we can perceive of responding to this problem, this issue. But those were coming from the climate changes, the environmental changes, farm productivity changes, nutrition changes, food insecurity or security, those kinds of things. So that was the second strand of the researchers I observed. Third strand was focusing more on the behavioral aspect, like bullying, gender-based bullying in a society, like the choices of female in the family ways, in pregnancy, not intended pregnancies, the demand of the contraceptives, family planning methods. So again, those can be umbrella under behavior kind of demand. And fourth, which I saw, was talking on National Finance Commission that provinces are getting resources for ensuring certain things which they are supposed to do because of certain articles of the Constitution, especially from 34 to 38, in which the health, education, and the living opportunities they are enshrined in the Constitution, and government is supposed to take measures to ensure provisioning of these accesses to people so that they can get the human and social capital and living opportunities, employability. But a denominator of all these services, social and economic services, is coming from population. That per capita GDP, per capita health expenditure, per capita education expenditure, per capita road availability, per capita bicycles, motorcycles, cars, and whatnot. Denominator is per capita. So that was another stand of study. What I could not see is, allow me to say that it was conspicuous by its absence. Something which shows us the nexus between demographic changes, in which population growth is one thing. It's not the whole. Demography is much bigger umbrella term, and its relation with the macroeconomics. So, for instance, at any point in time, you have cohorts, age cohorts distribution, that how many children going to school, presumably they are not earning, the school age, and then we have a realm of age cohort, then you expect that the people may be studying and earning. Then there's a cohort in which you expect that people will be earning, and then there is a mature cohort from which you expect that they are done with their useful employment age, and now they have retired, so they are not working. And what you derive from that is dependency ratio by doing a lot of arithmetics. And what it tells you actually that at any point in time, you need to have an idea that how many people are earning to support how many people who are not earning. Find in this thinking, this is the nexus between demography and the macroeconomics. Because from this, what you are trying to derive is that how many people are consuming majority of the things at any point, and how many people are consuming lesser or more specific things in that time. Naturally, we can expect that those who have crossed 60 or crossed 70 are supposed to consume health expenditure, health services more compared to very nutritious or very greasy things. But we expect from the juvenile, the young youth, that their consumption will be more coming from that side. So broadly, at any point in time, if you take this cohort analysis and try to know that how it is informing you, essentially you are getting that how much consumption you need from different cohorts of your society, and what is the source of finance, which is that how many people are saving, which is affected by the familial changes, the family choices, the marriage age, birth spacing, and all things which we talk subsequently. So this subject is, you cannot say that it's specifically related to family planning. It is definitely, but that is one aspect of looking at. If you try to think about it in a more, I would say, the broader way, then this informs you about solvency of the society. That at any point in time, how much your society is consuming, who is financing, and if you continue moving the same way with the trends of accumulation of human and social capital by people, given the current design of NFC, how solvent and how sustainable you see this design of consumption and saving for any foreseeable length of time. So that tells you about the solvency. And then you come to NFC, and then you get a situation that this is where we are, and this is where we want to go. then you must ask yourself that do we really need to think only about the family planning or a functional integration of FP with health or the behavioral choices or getting clarity or sensitizing people that is it a supply side issue that you can keep pushing the supplies of CPR and related things and expect that these numbers will go down, maybe may not be. Literature tells us that it's more demand side issues, more urban people, girls doing more, getting more education, getting more jobs, delaying the marriages till they get some certain education, they result in family sizes which are sustainable. Families are able to give good human capital to people, and in turn the process continues and you move towards sustainability. So my point is that this is much broader issue, and if we do not revisit our scheme of resource distribution after this, I would say, clear appreciation of the nexus. Climate is posing a challenge. Our unabated, I would say, following of the idea that this is a supply side issue. You talk about functional integration, you talk about CPR, you talk about this is all supply side thinking. What we are trying to do to increase the demand, behavior side, communication side, setting those ethos, gender acceptance at the formative phase, so that these things are accepted by their spouse. So what we are trying to do on the demand side, I mean, this is all related. So with all these thinkings that this is where you are and this is where you want yourself to be, if you want to think in terms of sustainability, family choices, social capital, human capital, climate, function, you just bring all those things in. And then with the gaps in service delivery, with gap in the human capital, with the gap in the social capital, you revisit NFC, then you are pushed towards that thinking that you need to do, at least in principle, you have to agree to certain things before you start taking serious steps. First, that thing is that please bring in some positive incentives in your NFC. At this point, your NFC is static. 82% is going for population, which means everyone has an incentive to have more babies because they will be able to get more resources. By this, we have actually instilled a race between the provinces that those who outnumber other provinces will get more because 82% is funneling from there. 10% you can get from poor. So I mean, just see how perverse is this design. First, 82, the major chunk is coming to some province, some entity for having numerous kids. Second is coming from for keeping them poor. That completes 92. You are left with only 8% for fiscal enhancement, for growth, for green cover, whatnot. If we do not learn from the countries who pull themselves back from this thinking and put themselves on the right thing, sustainability, positive behaviors, we cannot improve. We have to seriously think towards NFC, put some part to peculiar need of the province, fact that it has lagged behind in certain social and economic characteristics, but put some part for future in which provinces are given incentive to perform, to substantiate that they have improved on social and economic or fiscal or green cover or climate or whatever, before they can claim that part. If we do not do it and keep this incentive scheme perverse, then probably we are not going to identify those point A and B, and we will not be able to put some milestones so that we can see if we are moving, we have embarked ourselves on that journey, starting moving from point A to B, and we have milestones clear. Unless this whole thing scheme start talking to NFC, then start talking to result framework in the projects and program conceived by provinces to achieve those social, economic, familial, climate objectives. This is just a discourse. What I expect that the knowledge, the information, the research, this policy implication created by the events, knowledge events like this I congratulate NUST, I congratulate PATH Council, UNFPA, Population Council for doing this seminar, this research. But the information distilled from these papers, from these researches, must be given some form of actionable, doable, to bring the situation, highlight the sensitivities and to nudge and direct the stakeholders, federal government, the provincial government, departments, to think that this is our concern, this should be our concern. If we do not get ourselves sensitized to this, and this will become more unmanageable. So sooner we get sensitized to this, that this is really multi-sectoral. If someone thinks that they can address it by taking only one aspect, probably we are at fault. We have done it, taken this approach, siloed approach in so many sectors, when we knew or and the policy challenges told us that the problem is coming from upstream. And if we keep pouring in resources in that very sector without thinking that the things are infiltrating from upstream sectors. For example, if response of individual or society is a behavioral or demand side problem, you cannot address it through supply side. You have to put this in minds in people's behavior at the formative phase through your education system. But then you have to liberalize your education. You have to talk as a nation, as society. So if you are convinced that it's not merely a supply side problem, demand side, then you have to take the respective action, which is and try to address it through education exclusively or supplementing your main policies. So it should be taken very seriously, very collectively. I congratulate all the stakeholders who did this wonderful job, and I'm really thankful to you that you listen to my ideas. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Naimuzakun, for connecting all these dots and making us understand that it's a time of taking action, not to talk and talk. Dr. Freed, you would agree, huh? That was your message in the morning, that now we should be we should be walking, not talking.
Walk the talk.
So now I would like to invite Dr. Saima Bashir to share and give a vote of thanks. And Dr. Saima, I know you will not be thanking yourself, so I would like to extend my gratitude, appreciation, acknowledgement for all the efforts Dr. Saima has extended to make this conference a success. Thank you very much. So over to you, Dr. Saima.
Thank you so much, Hiram, for your kind words. Thank you so much, and it's a team effort. So this is a very hard job for a formal vote of thanks, but I will try. I will not miss anybody. So it is an honor for me, on behalf of the Population Association of Pakistan, to offer our sincere vote of thanks as we conclude this year's conference. Over the past 2 days, we have shared ideas, evidence, and experiences with a generosity of spirit that reflects the very best of Pakistan's academic and development community. For that, I am deeply grateful. We are immensely grateful to our partners who have stood with us with both purpose and spirit. UNFPA has remained a steadfast ally in advancing a right-based, evidence-driven population agenda. NUST, our gracious host, provided not only a venue, but an intellectual home for open, rigorous, and meaningful dialogue. And the Population Council continues to enrich the population landscape in Pakistan through research and insight that lifts the quality of national debate. We thank them all for walking this path with us. Thank you so much. I wish to extend our heartfelt appreciation to our President, Professor Dr. Mehtab Karim. His leadership, his vision for PATH, and his lifelong commitment to strengthening population research in Pakistan continue to inspire us all. We are privileged to work under a leader whose guidance is firm yet encouraging, and whose dedication has shaped PATH into the credible institution it is today. I also express my gratitude to our Vice President, Dr. Fareed Middat, our Joint Secretary, Dr. Aisha Shehbaz, and the entire Executive Council, Ayazuddin Saab, Ms. Rabia, Iram Kamran, Mahmoona Qazi, if I am missing somebody. Dr. Adnan, Dr. Lubna, she is not here, unfortunately, she's traveling. And I am really indebted to all the support from my Executive Council, whose unwavering support and wisdom ensured that this conference was built on strong foundations. Their contributions may often remain behind the scenes, but their impact is woven into every success we celebrate. Thank you so much. And Badr Siddiqui, without whom we could not make this conference happen. Thank you so much, Badr sir. We owe special thanks to Dr. Faisal and his team for their constant support and cooperation throughout this conference. We are very grateful to the Deputy Director Admin, Colonel Mohammed Mahmood, whose help with all logistic and venue arrangements made everything run smoothly and on time. And a very special thank you to Miss Asma, who was always available whenever we needed assistance and ensured that every detail was taken care of. Their combined efforts made our work much easier, and we truly appreciate everything they did for us. And I want to now individually acknowledge all the NAS team as well. Dr. Tareem Azim, Ms. Amna Sabah, Dr. Zaid Siddiqui, Dr. Akhtar Ali, Dr. Iftikhar, Dr. Irfan Malek, Dr. Afzal, Dr. Guli Aisha, Dr. Tokir, Mr. Mahmood, Mr. Habib, Mr. Farooq, and I hope I didn't miss anybody. So thank you so much. A round of applause. My deepest thanks also go to our chairs, moderators, discussants, and presenters, whose expertise and thoughtful engagement enriched every session. Their preparation, insight, and generosity of time brought depth and meaning to our discussions. We are grateful for the professionalism they showed and for the value they added to this conference. And also the media team, our IT support system, our caterers, and so many other persons who work behind the scenes. Each of them contributed to the smooth running of this conference, and each deserves our sincere appreciation. Most importantly, our heartfelt appreciation goes to Tai Saab for his extraordinary administrative and logistic leadership. His commitment, patience, and attention to detail ensured that the conference unfolded smoothly, no matter how many moving parts demanded attention. His dedication truly held this event together. We are equally grateful to Vedhasa, whose tireless work behind the scenes ensured that every arrangement, technical, logistical, and operational, was taken care of with quite efficiency and professionalism. I don't see Vedhasa somewhere here, but I hope he's working somewhere. I want to offer a special acknowledgement to Asad Parachar and Ali Rafiq, whose untiring efforts kept their program running flawlessly. These are our young volunteers, from coordinating repetitors to managing presenters and dignitaries. They work with remarkable discipline and grace. Their reliability and constant presence have been invaluable, and PAP is deeply appreciative of their work. And my warmest thanks to my great team of repetitors and ushers who kept us anchored and organized throughout the conference. Their punctuality, precision, and calm execution ensured that every session, every transition, and every detail unfolded exactly as planned. It is often the youngest among us who carry the heaviest operational load, and they did so with dignity and dedication. And I really want a warm round of applause. I also want to thank our participants, particularly the young students. Thank you for your thoughtful engagement, your questions, your insights, and your willingness to share knowledge. It is your involvement that gives the conference its meaning. We hope you leave here enriched, connected, and inspired to continue this work beyond these 2 years. And if I have missed anyone, I extend my apologies and my gratitude. This event was the result of collective effort and every contribution, big or small, mattered. Thank you once again for your presence, your generosity, and your commitment. May you all return home safely and may our collaboration continue to grow stronger in the years ahead. Thank you so much. Okay, so we had the poster presenters as well, and जी और जो 3 top poster presenters हैं, we have a committee who evaluated all the posters. They discussed and they looked at their findings, and based on the expertise, the enrichment of the research, 3 poster presenters are shortlisted for the first poster presenter. The first prize goes to Miss Maheen Sugra. Her poster was quantifying the impact of maternal factors on adverse birth outcomes, population attributable fractions. I'm sorry, I'm just using one of my eyes. So Maheen Sugra? No,
Two of them.
Maheen Sugra.
The second is second.
Second. Yeah, they are. They are not. But I think certain enough. A lot of people left. They had. Second.
So I'll be using my 2 eyes. So the second position for poster is for Mahapara Nawalpuram from Zebist University. Wow, well, congratulations, many congratulations. So the title of the poster was Policy Failure or Population Pressure, question mark. So maternal health outcome and flood affected son. So you won second. No, they are second. So now coming to the third position. Third position goes to Dr. Farah, Dr. Aska Naseem, and Dr. Mavish. Oh, you are here. Many congratulations. The topic of your poster was client satisfaction as a measure of health responsiveness in family planning services, a cross-sectional study in Rawalpindi, Pakistan. Many congratulations to all these poster position holders.
We have the shields for them. So Dr. Kumain will.
So we'll request our chief guest to present sheets to our winner of the posters. So I would like to invite Maheen Sugra. She's not here. So going to the second position, can we invite Mahapara Nawalpuram and Nawalpuram? Mahapara and Nawalpuram for second position. Thank you. And can we invite Dr. Farah, Dr. Aska Naseem, and Dr. Mavish to receive their shield and third position on the poster?
Guys. So now I would request Dr. Mehta to present a small token of thanks to our chief guest. Memuna, can you please help them? And Tahir साहब, असद जरा ताहिर साहब को देखिएगा किधर? Yes,
एक काम कर सकते
एक आगे आप बिल्कुल वो भी बंद हो रही है.
हैं
Dr. Mehta is present, Dr. Naeem was there, our chief guest. Thank you so much, Dr. Naeem.
Thank you, sir.
Now I would request Dr. Mehta to present the shield to Dr. Zafar Mahmood. Thank you so much, Dr. Zafar. Thank you so much. आपसे बाबा आप नाम बोलना शुरू करो। ये सब नहीं ये स्टेट बोल दीजिए शुरू करें।
Dr. Faisal Abbas. Colonel Mohammed Mahmood. Mahmood sir. Colonel Mahmood sir.
Sir.
Dr. Faisal usually behalf
हाँ Faisal, Dr. Faisal ने रिसीव करेंगे।
कर्नल के behalf तरह साहब के behalf पे भी रिसीव करेंगे।
नहीं आ सकते आप मिलेगा ये इनकी सर्विस
Mr. Ayazuddin. Miss Rabia Zafar.
Thank you, sir.
Miss Asma Siddiqui. Dr. Tehreem Sabat. Tehreem. नहीं? Dr. Irfan Malik. Saad Paracha.
Asad
Asad Paracha. Asad Paracha.
Thank you.
Muhammad Bajahar. Muhammad Bajahar बैठे हैं तो? साकिब हसन हमारी आईटी टीम जिन्होंने इस कॉन्फ्रेंस को न सिर्फ यहाँ पे वालों के लिए आसानियां कर दी बल्कि जो बाहर बैठे हैं उन्हें भी बहुत एंजॉय करने का मौका दिया। डॉक्टर फकीर हुसैन शाह
And last but not the least, Tahir Ahmed Quraishi साहब.
मगर very on है ताहिर साहब इसी बहुत अच्छा है।
Thank you, sir.
मजीद कोई रह गया है?
ताहिर साहब कोई है तो नहीं?
वो एक वजह
मुझे हाथ दिया हाँ,
Please.
आज सभा में छोड़ सब
आज मैं प्लीज आज
So I would like to invite the NUS team and all our EC members,